All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 806. I'm your host, GPD, here on Long Island, New York. As always, we're joined by a man who's on his way to Pennsylvania trying to win Elon's money, Wombat.
I would totally lie about who I'm voting for $1 million.
You don't have to lie about who you're voting for. You just have to be a registered voter in select states and sign a petition that saying you support First and Second Amendment.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I don't care. Just tell me what to sign.
So it wasn't a lie.
It's not a lie. And I would, it would not be a lie. And it would also be me kind of, giving them the old
Wombat.
Yep.
Heave ho.
Yeah, yep.
And you could get money, which would be
and
good.
I can get, which would be nice because I could always use more money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We were off last week. Ship is sick. How you feeling, Ship?
I'm good. I'm back to normal now.
Was it COVID?
No, it was not COVID. It was something else. I don't know. I was just sick. It was just a week of being sick. I slept for like 2 straight days.
Okay. You had a fever?
Had a fever. Yep.
Was the only cure more cowbell?
I didn't try that. Did not try. I went with Mucinex instead.
So the answer is no.
But yeah, so like it was the type of thing like where you have a fever and like it turns off like your thought filter in your head. So yeah, so you're just like constantly thinking of things and getting stressed out about things that normally you can just like redirect and go like, oh, I can like do this.
I'm gonna think of Spider-Man now.
Right. Instead, it was just like you're gonna think of Spider-Man and you're gonna think about all these things that you haven't done that you're like
and impending death.
Right. Exactly.
And sweating, and you'll be sweating while you do it all.
Yes. It's a good time. I look forward to everyone having that, whatever it was.
No, I don't want that.
Matter of time.
I'm all tangled up here. Anyway, what's going on with you, Wombat?
I don't know. What's going on with me? Nothing. I'm very boring.
You getting fired up for Hell Week? Tomorrow's the first day of Hell Week at Orange Theory.
Tomorrow's the first day of Hell Week. I'm not sure if I'm going to go tomorrow or Friday. I was cheating and looking to see what tomorrow's routine is. And it actually doesn't sound too bad.
It looked bad
might be good
to me.
This is a lot of like jumping over the bench.
But there was like 50 other things on that list too.
Yeah, there's some rowing, some running. It's the same crap. So yeah,
it's true. You look at it, you go, "Oh my shit!" But at the end of the day, it is the same crap, and you're probably not going to get through all of it anyway. So don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, I will show up. I will do the best I can. I just don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow. I was having a reaction to medication this morning anyway, so I'm not sure if I can tomorrow. But Friday for sure. If I don't go tomorrow.
You need to go 4 times out of the 8 classes to get the t-shirt. But you need to spend $15
to get the t-shirt.
To potentially have the chance to get the t-shirt.
Which is kind of dumb. They should just give it to you. But anyway, I will most likely go, I'll definitely go either Thursday or Friday. I'm debating whether or not to go over the weekend. If I go over the weekend, I have to pay for that class, which kind of sucks.
Well, you have to do the math because you have to be done by the 30. You have to get your 4 in by the 31st. So work that shit out.
So I could go.
This is why Wombat plays Fortnite. This is like he knows how to figure out all of these battle passes.
Finally some real world applications to these daily missions.
I could go Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. That is something I could definitely do.
Right. I'm gonna go Thursday. My plan is Thursday, Friday, and not go on the weekend. Then Monday. And then Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't go on Tuesday's the only day I definitely can't go. So, which,
right.
That's why I'm like, oh, maybe I try not to overexert myself and do like Saturday. If I could do Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, that would be.
Meanwhile, I'm fucking sweating in here because it's fucking 80 degrees out now.
I know because, climate change isn't real or some nonsense. And meanwhile,
I just had to turn the air conditioning on while I'm talking to you guys because I'm like, why is my ass so wet right now? And I look over and it's 76 degrees in here. That's too hot to be talking for an hour.
For October 23rd, it's too hot.
Right. I turned the heat on. I switched over to heat like a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're all fucking sweating. And I'm putting on sunscreen to go outside.
That's weird.
That is weird. So, I mean, well, when you have no hair, you gotta.
Happy Halloween.
Chip, do you put on sunscreen in the winter?
If I'm going to be outside in the sun for a while, yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
The sun is less strong in like November and December in this part of the world, I think. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I think
but you can if there's snow out, it can reflect off the snow and get you.
Then you need it like in your chin.
Right.
And neck.
Right.
Under.
But luckily it's never going to snow in New York ever again.
Right.
So
I bought a snowblower, that's why. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can thank me.
It's fair.
All right, I have a fun story to tell you. And you can tell me, it's one of these where you can tell me what you would do in this situation, if you would be offended in this situation, or just like whatever. So I was walking down the main street of my town with my neighbor, my friend's, let's just say my neighbor. Maybe he doesn't want his name being given. Ralph. Should we call him Ralph?
Ralph's a good
Let's
name.
call him
I was
Ralph.
going to say Bill.
Ralph. I like Ralph. Ralph is easy. So Ralph and I are going to play table tennis at the club in the afternoon, on a weekday afternoon. And we're walking on Main Street to get to the table tennis club. And my friend Ralph has long hair. He's in really good shape. Like he clearly like is exercising a lot. He was wearing a tank top, black tank top and black shorts, and carrying a table tennis paddle. And we're walking, and a car like slows down, the window rolls down, a young guy sticks his head out the window and yells, "Cut your hair, gay boy," and then drives away.
Now, do you know he wasn't talking to you?
Yes, because of the cut your hair. I would be like, oh, not again. But the hair thing, I was like, oh,
apply more sunscreen, gay boy.
I almost crashed my car from the glare. So like we didn't do anything. Like it was sort of like, that's not a strong insult, I feel.
It's not a strong insult. It's still incredibly weird and rude. Right.
But like, doesn't that strike you as like something you might say in junior high in 1986?
Like how old was the person that did this?
20?
That's weird. Was it a nice car?
No. Oh, come on. You knew the answer to that.
I was just trying to.
No, it was not. It was not.
Is your
was
friend?
Was it a Cybertruck?
Is Ralph even gay?
Is Ralph gay? No, Ralph is not gay. But he did.
So what did you do? What did you do?
So he has a very like short fuse. He's like really like, he's from Long Island. Like he's not really looking to take shit from anybody. He wanted to go after them, like go look for them. I was like, what do you mean go look for them? He's like, I wish I had my motorcycle. We were gonna go. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Drive after them and what? Yell at them for calling you gay boy? Which is like not even like, that's even a
gay man.
Right. I mean, I feel like the guy, I would just say like, oh, what are you disappointed? Like, are you, if I'm not gay? Like, I don't know. It's like, it was just a weird situation and a bad quality.
It's a bad quality insult.
Yeah. That was like when the guy stopped me when I was driving my car and he yelled out and said, hey, Jeff, he said, hey, Bill Gates. Because he was trying to say he thought Jeff Bezos, but he's not that smart. So he said Bill Gates. So then now I'm correcting his insult.
It sounds like an insult, like a TV show. If they wanted to show like
from the 80s.
Like a hate crime on TV where they can't say any swear words, they would use gay boy.
It was just weird. It was very weird. And then we got to the club and there were two guys playing there, and I was telling the guy the story, and one of the guys has like similar hair to Ralph, and he was pissed too. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, let's go find these guys. But no, we just played ping pong instead.
That's probably the right.
But maybe
right
we'll see this guy again in the near future, because he's probably going to drive through the town again, and we'll be walking through being gay boys.
Sounds like the beginning of like a Darman video. Have you ever seen those? Do you know what those are?
No,
is that a reference you don't understand?
No.
Does Shipwreck understand that reference?
I don't understand any of your references usually.
Oh, there's a series of videos on the internet and there may I assume this is a human being who goes by whose name is Darman.
Okay.
And every video, it's like the worst actors you've ever seen. And everything is like one of those morality plays where it's like, oh, I'm not going to help a dirty homeless person. You not me. I'm too tough to help these dirty people. And then it turns out the homeless person's really his boss.
Right.
It's like, it's like that. And
lame.
every video is exact. It's like, I'm not sitting next to this person on an airplane. I don't like their shirt.
So this guy's a reject from that video. He would be insulting somebody, calling them a gay boy.
It
Cut
sounds
your hair,
like
gay
someone,
boy.
and it turns out the long hair, your Ralph is really his boss. Like that's the end. At the end, it's like he comes in for a job interview.
Got it.
It's like, now who's the gay boy?
Right. And I won't be cutting my hair.
And I won't be hiring you.
Yeah, I mean, we could have like ran after those guys. I mean, like, it's not that the traffic goes pretty slow in the town, and if like we had our wits about us, I guess, a little more in terms of, I guess it took us a while to process that was like an insult because it was just so weird. Like, Ralph thought it was like one of his friends or something. Like, but then he realized like he doesn't have any friends that young that drives that shitty of a car.
Then he realized he doesn't have any friends.
No, I'm his friend. He has a lot of friends.
You were right there though.
I was right there, and it's like, like I'm not chopped liver. Like I look like I could like hurt somebody maybe if they don't know how to fight.
I was thinking maybe they'll insult you the next time.
Yeah, I'll get you next time. Don't worry.
Baldo, grow some hair. Grow some hair, gay boy. That's the pivotal insult. All right, let's do some. I got some show feedback because we did do a show. I put this on here, Wombat, so I'll read it. This is from Teskov 1999. He says, audio was fine and the video was fine. Near the end of the show, when Wombat was talking about Matlock, all I could think of was, I wonder what Robert is listening to now. Good show. Not a Matlock fan. I don't know. Okay. What's the odds of there being a Matlock starring Kathy Bates season 2?
It already was picked up.
There you go. I guess
it was picked up this week. It was a big announcement this week. It got early renewal.
Who's the audience for that? Like, what's
it's a big hit. The show's a big hit.
Who's watching it? I guess you are.
I've only watched the first episode, but I will say that twist at the end of the first episode. By the way, no one answered the call on whether or not I should give the spoiler. Or not.
And I didn't watch
it. I think the spoiler's out by all the promos after the first episode.
Yeah, probably.
Is the spoiler that the real Matlock they're conjoined and she opens her coat and he like comes out?
It's a Quado, yeah.
What's that guy's name again?
Quado. I literally just said it twice.
The actor from Matlock.
Oh, Kathy Bates. Oh, it's really Andy Griffith? Yeah. Isn't he dead?
Yeah, but very.
I'm like, isn't he kind of dead?
Long time, I would feel.
No. The plot twist, ready? Ready? I'll give the plot twist. So
she's the criminal.
3,
She's
2,
the criminal.
1.
She's the criminal.
Close.
Hold on. She's a cyborg.
No.
Criminal.
It is not a sci-fi twist.
Okay. She's not the criminal, but she's the defense attorney.
It seems like from the other promos, it seems like she is not a lawyer or whatever Matlock is, a detective. Whatever Matlock was.
Nope, she's a lawyer. She's a
lawyer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you don't know the spoiler ship.
But I don't know the complete spoiler, but it's clear like she's impersonating someone who she is not.
Yes, she is not Matlock. That is not her name.
Well, yeah, he's dead. We just established that.
Right.
No, but she introduces herself. My name is Maddie Matlock, and she makes jokes, just like that TV show. And people go, oh, yeah. And they all, like,
she's crazy or something? Is that it? And she thinks she's on the show? Oh.
Nope. She gets a job at this very prestigious law firm.
Oh, she has no law degree.
She has a law under the name of Matlock.
Oh.
Her husband.
Great background checks at that place.
Her background checks all clear that this Maddie Matlock person really exists, and she is a single grandma raising her grandson by herself. They live in a studio apartment. She's just trying to. She really needs this job. She hasn't had to practice law in 30 years, but her deadbeat husband died and was a gambling addict and left her in a lot of debt.
Matlock was her husband?
No.
Oh, that would have been cool.
everything she said is a lie. Her
Okay.
last name isn't really Matlock.
Right.
She's still married. She's an incredibly wealthy woman. She is raising her grandson with her husband, who is still alive and like a nice guy.
Why is she lying about it?
Because she's looking to take this law firm down that she got the job working for, because this law firm helped a pharmaceutical company keep drugs on the market for too long that her daughter overdosed on and died from.
Wow.
Oxycontin. That's
so they
drug.
like serialized it basically, and that's the overarching plot is she's trying to take down
she's trying to take down this $1 billion law firm that kept painkillers on the market for too long.
And she's a cyborg.
But no one at the firm knows the truth, and they all think that she's just this kindly, simple old lady who is just who lost everything.
Happy-go-lucky Matlock, fun, but no, she's gonna take you guys down.
She's really out to get them all. Yeah.
All right.
And there's your Matlock plot twist.
Excellent.
Yeah, it ends like The Usual Suspects.
Ship, what are you listening to now?
Yeah, what you listening to?
Man, Teskov, that backfired horribly, right? You wrote in, and now there was more Matlock.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Cash is playing right now.
Nice. All right, let's go right into Watch This, Jerks, because that's something that you watched. Just to get back, well, let's do the movies here. Let's get to the movies.
Sure. I watched because at least it showed up on Max yesterday as far as when I turned it on. Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3.
Oh,
did you watch that? Part 1?
I haven't watched any of those. No,
they're good.
Okay.
I know you like those animated DC Universe movies, and now that Part 1, 2, and 3 are all on there, that's all of it. That's the whole movie is parts 1 through 3. It's worth your time if you're into the DC animated movies and you like DC Comics, and obviously if you're a fan of the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is one of the most famous DC comics of all time from the mid-'80s.
Right.
The Wolfman and Perez classic. They do a decent job. It's a very dense book. I have it. Actually, I think I may even have it like next to my desk.
You're sitting on it, right? Just so you can be on
camera.
So
I can see, so I can see over there. It's good. It can be like a tough read at times, but it is it's pretty excellent. There's no faults. They do take some liberties with it and some changes just to kind of make it make sense for a movie.
Those old, like complicated stories are just like were impossible to follow. I feel like back in the day, right? Like, and there was no way to look up like what they meant either. Yeah,
exactly. And this is like, as Kuramanju actually says in the chat, he goes, "It finally made sense."
That's cool.
It's worth watching, especially if you've watched the other movies, even if you don't know who all the characters are, because you see every DC character that ever existed, but there are also some other cool, fun Easter eggs in there. It's worth their time.
I'll watch
Check it out.
I will.
Crisis on Infinite Earths animated movies.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the list.
Good.
What else we got?
We ended up watching Ghostbusters, the first one.
Nice. Oh wow! I can't wait to hear about the scene.
The
ghost
blowjob scene.
Ghost blow.
Yes. So the scene came on. And I immediately got a glance from Mrs. Shipwreck of like.
You didn't discuss ahead of time with Mrs. Ship?
I did like maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, so she just
about it,
remember
and
that.
so she wasn't really remembering it, and then she like went like, "Oh wait, it's this scene," and gave me a look, and I said, "It'll be all right."
Yeah,
like I gave her the "it'll be all right" look back, and then the scene ended, and then Dash was like, "They have really weird dreams." Because it's a whole dream sequence. I forgot that the blowjob scene was a dream sequence.
What happens before she's unbuckling his pants?
They're sleeping.
Yeah, so nothing. What else is part of that dream? I'm trying to remember.
That's the entire dream.
That's it, right?
That's the entire dream is him getting a blowjob from a ghost.
I mean, to be fair, she's just opening his pants. She could be doing anything. She could be doing it. She could be checking out the color of his underwear.
She could.
It is his wife, also, for the record.
He's married to a ghost?
Yeah, the actress, the ghost actress is his real wife.
Well, I don't think Dash knew that, and I don't think it makes it any better.
Sure it does. It's like don't worry. It's like don't worry. They're married.
And then there's one other line about when whoever, I can't remember what her character name is.
Ralph.
Yeah, whenever Ralph is asking Bill Murray that she wants him inside him, that's an awkward line there as well.
Oh, Azul, you mean, or
Yeah.
whatever?
The gatekeeper.
Gozer or whatever. The gatekeeper. Sorry. Yeah.
The gatekeeper.
Sorry,
So,
I better get these terms right. People are gonna cancel my nerd card.
but they liked it. They want to watch the rest of all the other Ghostbusters now.
Uh-oh. Did you tell them that there's no more? Say, oh, I'm sorry, they haven't made any more yet. It's been weird. But
I like 2 okay.
2 is fun. 2 has its moments.
They've been quoting the cats and dogs living together line, so I'm pretty proud of that they like picked that up right away.
It's true this man has no dick.
They haven't been saying that one a lot.
No, when you drop them off at school, they're not like, oh, Daddy, it's my teacher. It's true this man has no dick.
No. Not to
No, not so much. I like 2 though. Ghostbusters 2 is all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's like all right, like RoboCop 2 is all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the RoboCop 2 scale.
But it's not nothing to be proud of, really.
No, it's not going
like,
to be.
You didn't fuck it up too bad, but you didn't really.
They're gonna enjoy watching the Statue of Liberty,
sure,
like,
and that whole
scene,
montage with the music
yeah.
and the feel good and the bullshit.
Sure,
yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
But what else we got here?
We also watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I watched
finally
that.
get around to watching that.
Honor Among Thieves.
Yes.
Sure, that sounds like a title they would put on the end of it. That movie is okay, but it can't really decide like how funny it wants to be or not.
Right. I remember
like
that.
There's like they needed to lean in to the funny a little bit more, I think. And it would have been.
I agree. I liked it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and it seems like it's long.
It is long.
I don't know why that movie is that long.
I don't think I remember really anything about it. It's not very memorable.
There's that one good Easter egg with the animated kids. But other than that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that part.
The Saturday morning show.
The Saturday morning kids running around. I like that part.
It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It could have, look, it's a lot better than it had any business being. It could have been most of these are a disaster. So, like, yeah. TV time. Mm-hmm. I'm all caught up on The Penguin.
I'm an episode behind.
It's still good.
I was going to watch the new episode, but then I saw Crisis Part 3 was on there, and that's what I watched instead of watching Penguin.
Right.
So, but that episode, the last episode I saw, the flashback episode.
Yeah.
That episode was so good.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And the Penguin was hardly in it.
He was hardly in it. It wasn't his episode.
It was that actress. She's really good. There's a lot of good performances in that show, and that's why you don't really need to know about Batman anything. It's just interesting to watch the characters, and they're not comic book characters in this, right? They're just mafia characters, So you don't. It's not a comic book show.
It's not a comic book show. They're not comic book characters. I still think it. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't end where
they're wearing spandex.
Where I want it to end. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Gadgets and spandex.
Yes.
No.
Umbrella gadgets.
No. That's not what I mean.
Laser whips.
No, I'm not
super
that
mega
kind of
crossbow.
person.
Giant duck car.
Pull my ears out.
No, you know what? He has the purple Maserati, which is just as outlet crazy as having the duck car.
No, he needs the duck car.
The duck car also was weird. It just needs to end with.
Don't tell me because I don't know anything about any of this shit. So don't tell me. Let's save it for later. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
We'll wait for it to end. And if it ends the way I think it should end, I'll go, see, that's what I was talking about. Or I'll say, that's not what I thought was going to happen.
Write it on a Post-it, and then you can hold it up to the screen.
Well, that guy almost leads us into the next thing on the list.
Well, I watched the first episode of High Potential, actually.
And?
It was good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Mrs. Chibi and I watched it. It was, I don't know that I want to watch more of it, but, I mean, it was funny and cute, and
It's entertaining.
It was light entertainment.
It's a nice, good mystery of the week type show. And sometimes you just need a mystery of the week type show. I mean, my wife and I are still watching it. That we're caught up on because we're watching that together. And it's a good light mystery of the week show. It's very clever at times. And yeah.
I had a mystery of the week this week.
What?
When I was checking on Netflix and saw that the number 9 most popular movie was Pixels.
Oh, it fell. It was like number 5 like last week.
That is a mystery of the week.
Yeah, why is it doing so poorly? I can't figure it out. Mm-hmm. Adam Sandler really fell off. His movie from what year is that?
2012, maybe 11.
People.
I remember when it was Sabrina's favorite movie. I remember that time in my life. Yeah, because
she was 6, probably.
Yeah. No, it was appropriate at the time. I don't even know when the last time she watched it was.
Americans don't have good taste.
Did she watch it at a time where she wouldn't understand Cubert's sex, where now she would?
I think now I wonder if she would see that movie in a different light now, knowing the kind of movies that she watches now, which are very different. So,
like Bottoms.
Yeah, like Bottoms. She likes her favorite. She really likes Edgar Wright movies, or her jam. That's her jam.
What else we watching here? We're still watching Terminator 0, which I highly recommend. It's got some nice twists, and it's like it's more Terminator, but not, and it's nothing complicated. Like you don't have to worry about like time travel and all that shit and piecing together timelines. It's just like a cool add-on Terminator story that brings Japan into the picture, and they're fun robots. So it's good. I recommend it. Netflix. Also, What We Do in the Shadows is back. The Vampire. You watch that show, Wombat, or no? You don't watch that? It's fun. First episode.
I watched like the first season of it, and that was.
Oh, it got better, but maybe then worse.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it got better and then worse, and maybe I don't know. The first episode was all right, but wasn't that great. And we're still watching Only Murders in the Building, but we haven't finished it. Did you finish that?
Oh, yeah, that we're caught up on again because of the show we're watching together.
It's still going or no? Or
there's 2 there's this week and then there's next week and then it's done for the season.
Oh, okay.
So there's technically 2 episodes left for you, 1 episode left for me. This week's episode is really good.
I'm behind a few, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say this: I figured it out.
Oh, interesting.
And I felt very proud of myself.
How do you know?
Because the most recent episode, you know.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, but I figured it out before then.
All right.
And I had to like. That's why your whole when you said put it on a Post-it.
Yeah.
Made me laugh because I didn't actually put it on a Post-it, but that was I actually literally had that conversation with my wife. She goes, "If you really think you figured it out, why don't you write it down?"
She doesn't believe you. She doesn't believe you.
I'm like, really? You wouldn't believe me if I just told you when it happens? And I'm like, I knew it.
Right.
And when it happened, I was like, and here's how I knew.
Right.
I was able to like pinpoint the exact moment in the episode where I'm like, and that's how I knew.
Nice.
I was like, look how smart you are.
I'm a little disappointed.
Matlock over here.
a regular Matlock.
Who are you trying to take down from the inside, Wombat?
Yep. I also did the same thing with the most recent episode of High Potential, where I was like, "Oh, that's the killer," and my wife was like, "Really? We're 15 minutes in."
Oh, so you got to write it down. Don't tell her.
Yeah, no, she got mad at me for that one. She's like, "Really? It just started."
It might be more annoying though if you just start scribbling down in the middle of the episode.
Yeah, those shows obviously it's a little easier to figure out than
right. There's not that many characters.
It's like, oh, this is the new character this episode.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're the killer.
I've also been watching. You ever watch any of these Geoguessr videos on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, where it'll be someone's guess where I am, and then there's the guy who has to figure out where the person is. Yeah.
I like that. Do you like that?
That was where you were going with that.
Well, first of all, I discovered that it's an
that's
esport.
That's the purest thing you've ever said in 20 years of the show.
Well, I discovered it's an esport where it's like the head-to-head, and they're 2 guys. They just show the Google map, and that's like you got like 10 seconds to put it on a map, and whoever's closest gets the most points, and it's like an elimination thing, and that's pretty cool. But then the thing that you're talking about, where the guy, his name is like Rain Bolt, I think. He's got a lot of followers. He doesn't need our fucking plug. So it does whatever, Rain something. Yeah. He gets like challenges. People will send him a picture. Do you know this guy, Ship? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I mean, I know the concept of what you're talking about, but I don't know the
But I think you don't know you only know the concept to like a degree. The real concept is somebody will email him like a picture of like, this is my favorite restaurant. And it's a picture of the table that he's sitting at in a dark restaurant, and sends him the picture. And he's like, find my favorite restaurant. So it's like a combination of social engineering and knowing how to like take a picture apart and like feed it into Photoshop and like make it brighter and things that you can't see, and like uncrop the image if it's an iPhone photo, which you can do. I didn't know that. Did you know you could do that? Like somebody sends you a certain file, you can uncrop their original photo. So and then he has a timer going in the corner, how long it takes him to find this. So in this particular case, it took him 30 minutes to find this guy's restaurant in Hong Kong that he was sitting at, the exact table that he was sitting at. In another one, they send him like a picture of a plane. It's out the window of a plane, like mostly of the wing of the plane. And he has to figure out what flight the guy is on. And of course he does it in like 20 minutes and has the guy's exact seat number. Like, it's insane and very entertaining.
He's good. Yeah. No, my kids like that guy. My wife likes that guy. I know exactly what you're talking about. I haven't gotten into it too much, but I've seen it.
But there's like a sort of a lesson there too, in that not only he shows you how to do it, which is cool. Like he gives you the knowledge, but also he shows you like how susceptible you are to someone figuring this shit out. Like it doesn't have to be somebody like him, like if you just know how to do it. So if you're going on vacation and stuff, like he recommends like not posting live photos of where you are, things like that, because people can go through your feed, figure out like where you are. They just need to put in a little bit of time, and maybe they can, rob your house or some shit. Anyway, Rainbolt on YouTube. It's good. What else we got here? New releases? Or do you want to hear the review of the smart cup that I bought for Mrs. Chibi for her birthday?
Actually, because I asked you about, tell me how the cup is.
Now I can tell you about the cup.
Tell me about the cup.
It's the new Ember smart cup, the new version of that. It's like 14 ounces. She really likes it. She uses it every day. It keeps your drink warm for like an hour and a half or so.
It's an Ember cup, right?
Yeah, Ember, right. Yeah. The biggest downside of it, and this may be a deal killer for you, besides the fact that it costs $100, you can't put it in the washing machine. You got to hand wash it.
I don't have a washing machine.
I mean, a dishwasher.
I don't have a dishwasher. I have a washing machine.
Right.
I don't have a dishwasher.
Right. Well, then it's not going to be an issue for you.
It's not an issue for me. I don't have a dishwasher.
So
my kitchen's weird.
The problem is I've now like suckered myself into washing this cup for her at all times, because it's like part of the. She's like, oh, now I have to wash this cup. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll just wash the cup for you. So now it's my job to wash the cup. But forgetting about that part, the cup itself does the job. You just have to make sure you dry off the bottom, because it's got these metal contacts on the bbottom, and it looks like it could rust. It's sort of starting to rust if you don't dry it off before you put it back on its little charging thing.
That's fair.
It's pretty cool. Like, you can tell it what type of beverage you have in there, and it'll set the temperature for that. I don't know. If you're drinking like tea or coffee every day, then it might be a good investment.
Do you drink a lot of coffee? A lot of coffee.
But you probably drink it so fast that it's still warm.
It depends. The first cup I have is a fast cup.
Okay.
First cup of the day, that's the fast cup.
Okay. Get it
Then
in.
we get the day going. We get the kids out of the house. We sit down at the desk to start working for the day. That's cup number 2, and that's the slow cup.
Right.
That cup we stretch out from like 8:30 in the morning to like 10.
Right.
So it's all relative.
You're still thirsty for these coffees, even with the appetite reduction drugs. You still can drink like 4 cups of coffee.
Usually I try to limit myself to about 3, but yes, the coffee doesn't go away.
Interesting.
So yeah, okay. And I'll have like my breakfast is usually like a granola bar, like a little chewy
piece of
chocolate chip
granola from the granola bar.
One piece of
He
granola.
shakes
No.
the granola bar, and whatever falls off the granola bar, that's his breakfast.
I have a granola bar and 2 cups of coffee, or I'll have a piece of fruit, like an apple. This morning I had an apple,
Nice.
which was a disappointing apple. It wasn't as good as. I went to the fancy supermarket and got fancy apples.
What's the fancy supermarket?
Stu Leonard's.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, I've never been there. It's too fancy for me. I don't know.
It's the fancy supermarket. And they're, big sign, local apples, with the apples, and they were like big and shiny. And I'm like, ooh, I want some big shiny apples.
Right.
And they were disappointing.
Suck.
They were like mealy and not too sweet. Yeah.
Right. Fuck
and
that.
I'm like, oh man, I'm disappointed in my fancy apples.
All right.
So sorry. I didn't mean to bring everyone down.
That's okay. Thumbs up on the cup, thumbs down on the apples, but just be prepared to wash that cup for whoever you buy it for.
That's fine.
How about some new releases?
I am playing one of the new releases.
You are? Let me see what it could be. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I am not playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja
A Quiet
Turtles
Place.
game. I am playing A Quiet Place.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not seen the films.
Me neither.
No. But they sent me a code and our good friends. And I was like, you know what?
Who's our good friends?
Check our good friends at Saber. I want to say that one.
They're not going to be our friends if I burp over their name.
Yeah. And I gave it I started playing it. I will say this. It is good. It is a good game.
It is good.
It is good.
Okay.
What
kind of game is this?
It's exactly what you think it would be.
You can't make noise.
Yeah.
And it's Splinter Cell, but during the day.
It's a stealth game.
But during the day, it's bright out.
It's story heavy.
Oh.
And it is very depressing.
Oh. It's like Last of Us, but you can't, you have a noise meter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you have a noise meter in Last of Us. I don't know. I should play that at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So would you recommend this game, this Quiet Place?
I mean, it's reasonable. It's a $30 game. It's not a big budget title.
So
I don't know how long.
The $30.
I don't know how long it is. Yeah, it seems to have the average review scores of like a 7 out of 10, which seems about right.
It's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Every game. It's every game.
It's every game. It's good. I mean, if you love A Quiet Place, I would say you would probably really like it. If you're,
Okay. Cool. What else?
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm playing on here.
What's Beat Rider? That sounds like something I would like. I like beats.
I don't know.
Beat Rider. Nope, this is not something I want.
Is that Turtles game any good? Do we know?
What is this
I
Turtles
don't know.
game? Is this another one of those?
Turtles Mutants Unleashed.
Is that like this? Just like another? Oh no, this doesn't look too good. What's the art style on this?
I think it's like the most recent.
I think it's the current.
Yeah.
It's got a 5 out of 10 from Nintendo Life, whatever that is.
Okay.
Audience review. If you like loading screens, then this is the game for you. And that's not all. If you'd rather watch terrible dialogue through cutscene after cutscene, you're in luck. And don't worry, the missions go by so fast, you'll never be too far away from a loading screen. That's from Jonathan.
So it's a maybe.
This other guy, Matthew, says, my God, does this game fall short in so many aspects? I could go on and on here, but trust me, if you are a fan of any of the 80s stuff, please save your money and do not support this crap. It's garbage. Then again, Hayden gives it 5 stars. Haven't played it, but gameplay looks awesome.
Okay.
I would go with that one.
I have a hard time, like, if you're going to compare it to the 80s stuff, but it's not a beat 'em up. It doesn't or at least not a 2D beat 'em up.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
And
I'm not going to look.
I think it's for kids. I think it's what the same as Monster Wheels, Monster Trucks, or Hot Wheels, Monster Trucks.
Did you get that? Did you get Hot Wheels Monster Trucks?
I did not.
Okay. I got emails about both those games. You want me to reach out and get codes for any of that?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Just throwing it out there.
If they make their way into my house, so be it. But we've been playing other things. We've been Destiny. Have you heard of that game? Destiny 2?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep. So we've been playing some of that. Dash and I have.
Still there.
It's still there. It's been persisting.
Yes.
For quite some time now. Yeah. And so there was like a new was called The Final Shape, came out late summer, I think, which is the latest season.
Did the other players make fun of your old outfits? Like, oh, this guy doesn't have the new helmets.
You mean the NPCs or
I don't know. Are there people playing in there?
There are, but I'm not talking to any of those people. They're just all jumping around shooting stuff,
okay,
right?
Okay.
Like,
don't get on mic to tell you
all the same
suck.
people are standing in the same places in the Citadel or whatever it's called.
Just like before. Game. So they haven't changed that.
Yeah, they're all standing there. I'm like, oh, I remember this guy. He's standing here.
It's bald blue guy. It's the bald blue guy.
He's gonna jump up and down.
He's just been standing on the ledge here for 15 years. Like,
bald blue guy. What does this thing do?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got him. You got the lady that stands next to the tree. Mm-hmm. That's like down the stairs and through the hallway and down some more stairs.
Nice.
But no, it's still fun. Like the
shooting parts.
The shooting parts, the loot's fun, although like it's still crazy, like trying to understand like what in the world's going on with that upgrade system.
Yeah, I would have. That's why I got so lost on what was what with that game that I was like, I think this game is past.
I mean, yeah, but you like played it for probably 100 hours as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I played a ton of that. When right? I remember. Yeah, that was pre Fortnite.
Yeah, it's funny because Dashel calls all the things the Halo names for things. So he can just immediately see like, oh, this is just like a ripoff of the Halo stuff.
Oy. That's exhibit 47F in the lawsuit against
Right. It's still amazing that they did that. Like just so obvious. Like here's all the same like enemies.
You can't copyright here's all the same enemy style
types
of gun or enemy, right? Like
right. It's just but
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. I saw that this Mech Warrior game came to Game Pass, and it's supposed to be pretty good actually. So I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet. So maybe for next week. Got good reviews and like. Who doesn't like mechs?
I downloaded the pre-downloaded Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Ooh. When is that coming out?
Friday.
Oh. Are you going to play that? You're going to play the campaign.
I'm going to play the campaign.
Yeah.
And it took
room
me
for that?
Huh? I had to delete some stuff, and then here's what I wanted to do first was just install it on my little external drive that I got like forever ago, because there's really nothing. There was nothing on there. I'm like, oh, I'll just move it onto there. It wouldn't let me move it. I had to uninstall what I had installed for Call of Duty, and then reinstall it. But the only way to reinstall it on the external hard drive was to go into my settings and change my default. Even though if I wanted to install everything for Call of Duty, I wouldn't have had enough room on my internal hard drive. But it won't. It doesn't understand that.
You can only set one to be like your standard.
Yeah.
One to
and
load
it'll
off
always download there first, even if you don't have enough room to download everything. It'll just say, oh yeah, you don't have enough room to download everything. So I had to go into my settings and change my settings to download onto the external drive first, and then download the game. And then just because I could, I downloaded everything.
You're not going to be playing that multiplayer, are you?
Oh no, I'm not going to. I probably won't touch it. I just, like I said, it's not because I should.
Right, because you can. I know.
Because I can. I have this ability. Now my external hard drive is full because of one game. But
how much does it take?
It's like 300 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's enormous.
Wow.
Like I'm like all full up right now because we're playing too many different. Like we've got Fortnite on there, we've got Destiny on there, we've got Halo on there, and like
Fortnite alone is 95 gigs now, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah,
but they're gonna change that apparently next season or the next chapter. They're gonna have it so you only have to download what you want.
Right, because when they add this Disney shit, then that's gonna be another 80 gigabytes or 100 gigabytes or some shit. All right, speaking of Fortnite, should we move on to your fortnightly news?
Sure, we got 10 days left in the current season. The season pass is officially done. If as of yesterday is the first day you could have officially finished the complete season pass because there's time locked stuff. So the last time locked item came out was available yesterday, so I'm officially done with that season pass. Fortnitemares is still going. They really spread that out a little too long, too many days in between to get that nonsense. Otherwise, I would be done with probably 100% done until the next season starts. But
all right,
it's a decent season. A little disappointing, but decent.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about any of these news items I have here?
Nude items?
Did anybody watch the Xbox partner preview?
I can't even remember.
It had a few things that looked kind of interesting. Well, actually, there's this. Did you see there's a multiplayer game coming from Remedy called?
Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah,
FBC Firebreak. It's a three player against against the computer. I think that's what it is. It didn't look that great to me, to be honest. And it
set in the Control universe, right?
Correct. It looked like every other game to me. I don't know if I'm in the minority there, but I watched the video and I was like, I don't feel like this is going to capture anybody's imagination at this point. I feel like there's just so many games that look like this, and a lot of them fail. And I know this is different because it's like 3 players against, the computer AI, but
and they named it FBC Firebreak.
That isn't helping at all. That's not helping sell a single copy.
I already forgot what the name of the game is. What was it?
That sounds like a football team.
It does. It sounds like a British football team. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm using the proper terminologies.
Yep. I understood the joke.
So I don't know. I was surprised that it looked like that, and people were excited about it. What else?
I mean, it's Remedy, so it'll probably be in some way unique, even if it doesn't appear in at the moment.
Yes. What else did they have here? They showed the Pirate Yakuza game.
I'm excited about that.
I'm sure you are.
I'm sure you. Yeah, that's all you.
What else did I see on here that looked interesting? I don't know. This is all like a bunch of indies things. Oh, Phasmophobia is coming to Xbox. That's that like haunted game that people watch on Twitch.
Oh, I don't
and
know.
Subnautica 2 has been announced, which look cool, but that's for next year. I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
Exciting.
Very informative. Thanks for teaching us.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Ship, this next one's for you. Castlevania DLC coming to Vampire Survivors. It's official now. No lawsuits are going to be happening. We've come to a deal, and the deal is.
I mean, it's really smart to do that. I mean, the game's wildly popular, and why not make a few bucks? In a friendly way.
Of course, like it's not like Konami is just putting out all this Castlevania stuff.
That's what I mean.
Like,
yeah.
Hey, you're competing with all our new releases. But no, here's something you can sell and make some money and have people can enjoy Castlevania.
Yeah, $4,
right?
$3.99 for 20 new characters and 40 new weapons and
Castlevania.
In Castlevania,
and this is the first game in Castlevania history that has every protagonist in one game. All the Belmonts. It's the first time in Castlevania's long history, which is crazy when you think about it. But
look at that! I see the select screen. There they are. There's Trevor and Richter.
Yep, all the good ones.
A lot of Belmonts for $4.
Simon.
Yep. I know all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
All them Belmonts.
Even though I haven't played that game since.
I was gonna say I'm still shocked that they haven't really that the licensing of a Survivor's games never really became like a big thing. I think there's such a market there. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Marvel Survivors, come on.
Maybe this company is doing that. Maybe they got a bunch of these in the pipeline and they're gonna.
I mean, yes, but I even mean with a more traditional graphic style, not the 8-bit style to do.
Right.
Marvel Survivors, Turtle Survivors, whatever. You name a license.
Let's get some money together and start doing it.
Churning that out.
I feel like the game business isn't that good right now.
But this, this wouldn't be a AAA. This isn't AAA. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's quick and dirty, and you release it for 15 to 20 bucks as opposed to 60 to 80.
Wait. This was a $2 game.
Vampire Chronicles. No, but once you add Wolverine, that's like $14.99.
Once you add Wolverine, it's 15 bucks.
Yeah. Bub,
exactly.
Where's your
Once
money,
you have
Bub?
Deadpool survivors.
Right. What you're looking for is like you need to have this with a battle pass. You need to have this as a game as a service with also other characters you could buy.
See, I think I would say no. I think you want the low price buy-in. It comes with like 15 characters.
Keep it simple is what you're saying. Just keep it simple.
And then you do DLC like Vampire Survivors does, like Fantastic Four DLC or something like that. I think that would be just fine.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, Spider-Man 2 is announced to come to PC next year.
That's nice.
I might play that. I think I might do that. But
it's a good game.
I want to play it on the TV though.
So
figure that out.
Okay, so check this out. This is related. Check out this link that I posted next. What do you think of this combination stand/skin for the PS5 Slim? Don't you think this makes it look like infinitely better? The whole console?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, at least it's black now, and I can put it in my cabinet. And it doesn't look like, I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
This is from D-Brand. D-Brand Dark Plates, I guess. They made this new like slim stand. It's a stand/panel combo. So you basically swap out these black panels. So the whole thing is black now. It's smaller and it's got like air around it. I don't know. It looks better, I think. You don't think it looks better, Chip?
No, I think it looks better. The all black, the stand's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
the all black that makes it better.
Like I've got one sitting, the behemoth is sitting back there behind me because that's just where it needs to be. So that's what Mrs. Shipwreck uses on her monitor when we play Fortnite.
Right.
And then I've got another one that lives behind my TV.
Right. Wow.
When you like, where does this thing fit? It fits behind the 98-inch TV.
The only place the PS5.
Spot.
You need the slim. It's like this.
That
much
is the
smaller.
slim behind the 98-inch.
So slim.
When they say slim on this thing, like it's still
gigantic.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
It's still pretty big.
PlayStation 5
it's
slimmer
slim
didn't sound good.
It's slim like I consider myself slim now.
You are slim now. How many pounds are you down? Tell everybody how many pounds you're down now.
Post gym weight, we'll use that.
Right now, whatever the highest number is.
Okay, the highest number would be 72 pounds.
That's a lot of pounds.
A lot.
That's one of Ship's kids.
That is.
That's like two of my kids.
I was going to say that's both.
It's like both of the kids together. My kids are like both like 40 pounds.
Wow.
The real question is, am I now the lightest host of the show?
Definitely.
Probably. Yeah, you definitely would be.
Yeah.
I'm 206.
I went from the heaviest to the lightest.
I'm 206, but it's all hard muscle.
And penis. There's nothing. No one's saying a word.
I'm like 180, but it's mostly beer.
And I am 167.
You just sweat that out, Chip, in a sauna.
Yeah.
You know? Just like 1 45-minute sauna, and you're down to like 145. What else we got here? Oh, this one's for you, Ship. Click on this next item. Atari is now selling joystick-themed barware. This actually made me want to start drinking when I saw this.
It's cool.
I thought it was cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to hate on it, and I was like, oh, I don't drink, so I don't...
There's some cool stuff on the Atari website. I'm sorry, the art stuff that they sell, the boxes.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
They sell some pretty fun stuff on the Atari store. It's not just speaker hats anymore, which should be their slogan.
I saw the glasses. The glasses looked okay because when I clicked through. But you're saying, what are you saying I should look at? The art?
The art, yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to find that. How come they're not doing this with the Intellivision brand? I feel like this would have been a better idea than trying to sell those. It probably takes
longer to put that stuff together than, I don't know. But yeah, I would say in time they'll do that.
No, I guess like Atari, but Atari's I forgot Atari's selling all the fucking consoles too. I forgot they didn't just lean into the merch. They're doing everything.
They're doing everything. Yes.
Yeah. it's probably like, it seems like it's probably a good business. I mean, don't you think? Like,
there's a lot of
nostalgia. A lot of shit to buy here.
And you know, not for nothing. Those
artwork here.
The artwork is really nice. Like,
dude, the artwork is cool. Look at that. Look at this fucking haunted house. What is this, in a frame? $150. Oh my God. I'm going to buy this fucking thing. Yes. And it has the box art in a frame. This is pretty cool.
Box arts are nice stuff.
But you see the one, they don't just have the box art, they also have like a screenshot from the game in the frame.
In the frame with the, yeah. Uh-huh.
Fuck, I should close this. All right.
I know. I was looking at it earlier today. I'm like, this stuff's really nice. I better not look at it anymore. So.
Yeah. I like when it's in a frame, because if it's not in a frame.
No, it's not, because it's
like,
not that kind of art.
I'm not going to go to the store and get it framed.
It's nicer art than that. Yeah. It's like a nice collectible, ready to hang.
Shit, I'm back. Do they have like...
They have other stuff too. I think there might be like an Asteroids. Or
I see the games. Asteroids, Adventure, a bunch of adventure things.
Yeah, they went big. They went all in on adventure.
3D cartridge wall art. That's cool too.
Yeah.
Huh. Those motherfuckers trying to get my money.
Hey, you know what?
Good for them.
Yeah.
They should sell an Atari bong. Where's the bong? I see this liquor, this like whiskey thing.
Yeah, like the same.
I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure you could turn the barware into one.
I can't, but somebody who knows what they're doing.
I'm sure someone you know can.
Okay. Probably. All right.
Oh, yeah.
What are we playing? Is this old or new? You're still playing Inscryption? This is
new. I'm almost done with that game. I haven't talked about it on the show.
Oh, I thought you talked about it a little. When you first started playing, I think you talked about it.
I texted it to you. Only by text.
Okay, well, whatever. How's it going?
Because it's on Game Pass. I know the game is old, but it just came out on Game Pass for the first time. And I started playing it because I'm like, oh, this was like a fun Halloween game. And Act 1 is actually pretty excellent. It really does like suck you into that game if you like a rogue. It's a roguelike card battler. But it's also, there's like puzzle elements because you're trapped in a cabin with a crazy person, and the crazy person it won't kill you if you beat him at the card game. That's basically it. But you're also trying to escape the cabin whilst playing this card game at the same time.
Yeah, it's a clever way to.
You can get up from the table and walk around and solve these other puzzles while doing the card game. And then obviously, if you don't make it, he kills you, and it's kind of cool. And then you start all over again from the beginning. But it's also like you have some of the things, like if you solve the puzzle in the cabin, that's still solved. So there's all this going on. And then I don't want to spoil too much, but then there's a second act, which is almost a completely different game.
You are the cards in this one. And
then there's a third act, which is also completely different. And I know that's the end, and I'm in the third act.
You're the chair in the third act.
You're the chair. So there's like a whole story. It's very interesting. I do think the first act though is still the strongest.
Okay.
But
cool.
It's still good.
I played a lot of it on PC, but eventually I stopped because
I'm sure it's super cheap now elsewhere, but it's on Game Pass. And if you're looking for a good, like, atmospheric, easy to pick up and play Halloween game on Game Pass, play Inscryption for a little bit with the lights off at night, and it'll scratch that scary game itch.
I wonder if it would be fun for me to start over playing it, having gotten fairly far and then stopping.
Did you finish Act 1?
Maybe. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
You would remember.
I would? Okay, so maybe not. Yeah.
Then you could start over because you didn't get very far.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Wombat has spoken. All right, let's get to the CAG bag.
And here's a little tip for you. If you play the game, if you get the glowing eyeball, stand up.
Okay.
There you go.
Write that down.
That's like saying a spoiler without saying a spoiler, because that's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
So,
Okay, this we're in the CAG bag. This is from JC Schultz. My girlfriend just downloaded the Epic Mickey trial, and she said she was thinking about buying it. I told her the CAGcast said to wait because it'll probably drop super fast. Was this the game that Wombat played like 10 years ago and told the developer that the camera was shitty and needed to improve? Did we ever get a resolution to Wombat's table situation? I guess that was from the same episode.
No, I think he means the dinner table. My anniversary dinner.
Oh.
Which, no, there is no resolution yet because I haven't been back yet because I haven't had time to go.
I thought he was talking about your old coffee table story from like 10 years ago.
No, which that was resolved, but
right. I think that's right back.
Yeah.
Is that the game is that the right game?
It might be.
It might be. Wombat said a lot of stuff that I was not wanting him to say at E3s.
Mm-hmm.
To developers. So.
Oh, is this something he said to the? I didn't catch that. Okay, he said that to the developer at E3. Okay,
was it at E3? It may have. Was it E3 or was it at like a thing, like a showcase?
Either way, I'm not sure.
I think it was a showcase. I don't think it was E3.
He asked the developer why the camera.
You were there
sucked.
giving him the real critique that he was looking for as he was showcasing his game. That's
too late to change.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I said the camera's not very good.
That's his
like
problem.
And he was like, "Yeah, I know." I think is actually what he said.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, he's got. If anybody knows,
I think the only time I did that was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 when we were playing that.
Because you were personally offended, I feel.
Yeah, I'm like, why did you map these buttons this way? Like, what's going on here?
Right. Why? What were your thoughts there? And they had a answer for it. What was the answer?
I don't remember. It wasn't
a good one.
It wasn't a good one.
Yeah. I remember when we walked out of there.
Yeah, it was the same room. They were showing us the Transformers game at the same time.
Yeah.
The good Transformers game, the one that looked like the cartoon.
And they had the big Devastator.
The big Devastator in the room.
That
and
I have right here, over there.
Yeah, like you were playing like the Transformers game, and I was playing the Tony Hawk game. And I'm
right.
Why don't we check out that Transformers game?
Yeah. I feel like we walked out of anyway, a lot of meetings like that where we're just like, whew. Anyway, what else we got here? Okay, this is from Matt. Matt writes in and says, I saw Jason Isbell perform last month. Great show, by the way, and I'm pretty sure I first heard about him on the CAGcast. Are there any CAGcast listeners who learned about the show from Jason Isbell?
No.
I don't think so.
Wait, are there any? When I read this question the first time, I read it in a completely different way.
I'm sure there are a lot of listeners. Well, I would say a lot. Some listeners that learned about Jason Isbell from this show.
Yeah, that's what I read when I read this.
Yes, but no, the other way around. No, I don't think he's ever. I don't think Jason Isbell has ever said the word CAGcast out loud.
No, I can guarantee.
I think he said it out. He knows what it is, but he's not like going up on stage.
Well, not on stage. No one's expecting on stage. But I feel like no one's expecting the words to come out of his mouth.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect
crazy
that.
talk.
I can tell him to start spreading the word.
Could you say when he opens up a show, he can say, tell everyone who to vote for.
Right.
And listen to the CAGcast.
I'm thinking a big QR code appears like on the screen behind him, and then when people scan it, it takes them right to the Apple Podcast
on his laser
page.
light show.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'll try to make that.
Could you make that happen?
Yeah. No, I definitely read this question in my mind as, are there any CAGcast listeners who learned about Jason Isbell from the show? And I was going to make the funny joke, yeah, me. But it's not what that says.
He's playing some live solo acoustic shows in New York soon.
Okay.
They just got announced.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Check it out.
I saw that Kumail Nanjiani just announced a New York stand-up show, and the tickets went on sale this morning at 10 o'clock. And even though I set my alarm to remind me, somehow I didn't look at it when it went off, and so I was like an hour late, and I didn't really like any of the seats that were left.
Oh.
So I am only going to go if I can sit on the aisle because I'm too big, and these theaters are from like 1911. And so the seats are made from people who are from like 1911, and it's not me.
Gotcha.
But I'm sure he's going to add more shows in New York. Like
he might.
Pretty popular area for people to see shows.
Is he in the city? Is that where he's going to
be? He's going to the Palladium in Times Square.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm going to be in the city on Monday. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, I have a dinner.
Delicious. Well, we can't tell people where you're going.
No, we're not going to tell people where I'm going.
Taco Bell Cantina.
I'm going to the Taco Bell Cantina on what is that? 40th, I think it is.
There's a few of them. I think this one on
Is there a few?
23rd
Yeah.
and
I'm going to the Margaritaville hotel restaurant in Times Square.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Very fancy.
Speaking of food, this question is from Adam. He asks, between New York pizza and Cincinnati chili, who's coming out of the cage match alive?
It's New York pizza. It's not really a question.
No.
It's not even a knock against Cincinnati chili, because Cincinnati chili is good. I'm not bad mouthing Cincinnati chili. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with Cincinnati chili. But New York pizza is an icon of cuisine that spreads literally across this entire country, if not the planet. There is New York style pizza. It's what Domino's is technically New York style pizza. Yep. It's ubiquitous. You know, when people say pizza and you think of a slice of pizza in your head, it's a slice of New York pizza.
You think everybody thinks of that, or people who live around here think of that?
No, everybody. When you say pizza,
but how could they if they don't live here? I mean, I don't think Ship thinks of a New York pizza when he thinks of pizza.
When you think of
Chuck E. Cheese is New York style.
It's New York style pizza.
But style that's doing a lot of weight there.
When someone says think of chili, you're not thinking of Cincinnati chili. That's not where your brain goes to first.
Cincinnati chili is just like a lot of cheese on it.
No.
It's not. No,
it's totally different.
It's a totally different thing. Like even people in Cincinnati, if you said chili, they would think of chili, not like
Cincinnati chili.
Cincinnati
Got it.
Chili. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is Cincinnati chili?
It's more like a meat sauce. It's a thin chili, it goes over spaghetti with cheese.
Oh,
with cheese.
Wait,
and
the
maybe
spaghetti
onions.
is in the chili?
Spaghetti's under the chili.
The spaghetti is
spaghetti is served with the chili.
Yes, with the chili on top of the spaghetti.
That's not chili though.
It's a bowl of spaghetti
with meat sauce, isn't it?
Essentially,
what's the difference? Okay, well, what's the difference between, like, let's say spaghetti bolognese and Cincinnati chili?
It's not tomato based.
It's not. I was gonna say it's not a tomato based sauce.
It's cinnamon and chocolate based.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's you got your spaghetti base, and then you put the meat sauce, and you can get it with the three ways. If you just do spaghetti, the chili, the meat sauce, and then an entire bag of shredded cheddar cheese on top. Okay. That's a 3-way. And then a 4-way and a 5-way are basically the same. Like a 4-way, you either get beans and onions.
I like that.
Mixed in as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not cooked onions though. It is just like
raw. Yeah, no, that's
raw,
good.
Raw chopped onion.
Yeah, that would be good.
And then like a 5-way is when you get both the beans and the onions.
Okay.
And the other 3 ingredients.
The cheese, the pasta,
the cheese,
and the meat sauce.
And since my father went to college in Cincinnati, I thought it was normal for people to have chili over spaghetti with cheese on it in New York. And it wasn't until I was much older that I learned that it was a regional thing from not the region I lived in.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right. And then it's served with oyster crackers and like hot sauce.
Yeah. So my mother, who's never been, actually she has been to Cincinnati because my parents started dating when my father was still in college, but my mother would make Cincinnati style chili when I was a kid, and I had no idea that was weird for Long Island.
Someone in the chat, Dumb Cough Crow, is asking about Provel pizza. Provel pizza?
Yeah, that's gross.
What is that, Chip? Is that a Cincinnati thing? Provel pizza?
I don't. How do you spell that?
Provel. Provel.
It's a type of cheese.
Pizza? It says Provel pizza.
I know. No, I'm saying Provel is a type of cheese.
Like provolone?
Oh, it's St. Louis style. Got it.
Oh, what's that?
It's just a different style of pizza.
Bad style.
Yeah, it's not. It's very thin crust.
Like a cracker.
And it has Provel cheese on it, which is like a mixture of different cheeses.
I'm getting hungry now, so we probably have to stop doing the show. I feel.
It's fair.
But thank you for listening, everybody. I got to go shopping on this Atari website and buy some really nerdy shit here.
I'm sorry.
I mean, this is good. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bread's done.